I have a face for radio.
Good morning. Welcome to a special edition of the Amherst Exempted Village Board of Education meeting. Could we please call to order and start with the Pledge of Allegiance? We'll just go without the flag. There we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Mrs. Giuffredo.
Mrs. Snyder,
Here.
Mrs. Gillis, here. Mr. Engel is not present. Mr. Yacobozi,
Here.
Mr. Zappa.
Here.
Now, can I please take a recommendation to adopt the agenda as presented, including addendums?
So moved. Second.
I'm sorry, I saw Yacobozi
Mark
moved.
moved.
Mark moved.
Yacobozi second.
Okay, Yacobozi second. Okay.
Okay.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Zappa,
Aye.
Mr. Yacobozi,
Aye.
Mrs. Gillis. Aye. Mrs. Snyder.
Aye. Moving on to the treasurer's recommendations, Mrs. Giuffredo.
Yes, good morning. Yesterday morning, you should have received a revised agenda from me and revised exhibits. 5A is the same as the original agenda. Those are then and nows that need to be approved by the board because they're greater than $3,000 each. I did provide explanation to you, the board, yesterday. Item B, which is Exhibit 5C, which there are two items in 5C. It is all the temporary appropriations, but the one is the resolution that needs to go to the county auditor. And then the other one is the detail by fund type that you were provided, which lists all of the funds that are being appropriated by the board. Just a note, you'll see that the general fund is being appropriated at $39,111,541. That is the exact same amount that we anticipate spending, which was presented on the May 5-year forecast. That is item B. Item C are fund-to-fund transfers, which are on Exhibit 5. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm confused. The resolution determining the use of local interest earnings. You've seen this resolution before 2 times, and this is a very lengthy, very Ohio Revised Code prescribed document that states that we're allowed to move state share interest to the LFI fund to be used toward classroom facilities in the midst of the project. There's that item. And then item D are the fund-to-fund transfers, which are Exhibit 5E. It lists all of the fund-to-fund transfers that we do at fiscal year end. Included in them are what we just talked about, the local share interest to LFI. We have the remainder in the OHSAA tournament account moving over to athletics. We have a small amount of retainage from the HVAC project a couple of years ago of the general fund, very immaterial sum. The 2 transfers for the Amherst Schools Education Foundation, we used to use a new special cost center each year, which just makes our FinSum, our financial summary from the system, very cumbersome. And certain funds, you don't need to create a new special cost center every year. And then the final 5 transfers, again, very small sums of money, are from defunct student accounts, the high school, over to existing student activity accounts. And then Exhibit 5F is item E on the agenda, and that is supplemental appropriations for this current fiscal year in order to close out activity. very little is changing. No change to the general fund. We have some LFI, some Fund 10 appropriations changing. Then the student activity funds at the high school, the appropriation needed to increase for those in order to do the transfers that we just discussed. So that item 5A through 5A are all of the treasurer recommendations I have today at this meeting. Were there any questions?
Any questions?
No.
Hearing none, could I take a motion for treasurer's recommendations 5A through F?
So moved. This is Ron.
Second.
Moved by Yakobozzi, second by Zappa. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please, Mrs. Giuffredo.
Mr. Yakobozzi,
Aye.
Mr. Zappa,
Aye.
Mrs. Gillis. Aye. Mrs. Snyder.
Aye. Thank you, Mrs. Giuffredo.
Thank you.
Moving on to personnel recommendations with Mr. Sayers.
Thank you, Mrs. Snyder. We have two personnel recommendations, both involving our new transportation supervisor. And we are certainly glad that Tia Ford was able to join us this morning for our meeting, and pending your approval, she will be our new transportation supervisor starting officially August 1st. But as you can see in the agenda there, also a recommendation to approve days as needed in July as we transition. And I just want to take a moment to just mention to the Board of Education how impressed we've been with Tia's qualifications and credentials. Most recently, she has served as a transportation coordinator for the Lorraine City Schools since 2017 and has done a great job in that role. She has some other experiences as well. And she went through 3 rounds of interviews. She interviewed with Mr. Grimmett, helped with the process, Mr. Molnar, myself, and also Casey Wolf was involved in the interview process as well. And she just, as we went through the process, we were so impressed with her vision and just her plan for the transportation department here in Amherst. And she just has a lot of great ideas. And again, pending your approval, we're excited to have her as part of the Amherst team. And I also should mention that she actually lives in the Amherst school district as well, which is a very good thing. So again, I think Tia's had the opportunity to meet everyone, but I just wanted to, reintroduce Tia here this morning. And thanks again for joining us, Tia.
Thank you, Tia, for joining us. And let's take the vote so we can officially welcome you then. So I would like to hear a recommendation for personnel recommendations 6A through B.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Teresa, second by Ron.
Yeah.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Mrs. Giuffredo.
Mrs. Gillis. Aye. Mr. Yakobozzi,
Aye.
Mr. Zappa,
Aye.
and Mrs. Snyder.
Aye. Welcome, Tia.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. So excited to be in there and get things all squared away and just get the transportation department where everybody wants it to be, including myself.
Great. We look forward to having you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No pressure, Tia. No pressure.
Oh, I work better under pressure.
It's funny that came up because that's one of the things that kind of emerged during the interview process is, as we all know, transportation, it's a big job and a lot of things happening, and obviously a lot of responsibility with transporting her students to and from school each day, and athletic events and cancellations of baseball games, softball games, rescheduling, things happening at the last minute. And it was one of the things that actually emerged during the interview process is Tia's ability to handle all those things. So again, thanks again, everyone. And it's great to see everyone this morning.
Anyone have anything else that we need to cover this morning? If not,
See you all on July 13th.
yeah, if not, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Whatever. I'll take, Teresa motion, I seconded. All right.
All right, Teresa motion, Yakubowski second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Gillis,
Aye.
Mr. Yakubowski,
Aye.
Mr. Zappa,
Aye.
Mrs. Snyder.
Aye. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Aye.